Why would a mobile manufacturer such as Sony or Apple want to get into the electric vehicle business? While electric vehicles have only recently begun to capture a small portion of the automobile market, the potential for future growth is enormous. As vehicles become more reliant on batteries, wiring, and programming rather than combustion engines, companies like Sony and Apple believe they have enough knowledge and expertise to develop electric vehicles that run on their own software and operating systems. So why does big tech want to add EVs to its arsenal? As previously stated, electric vehicles have cemented their place as the future of transportation to fight against global warming. Because of companies like Tesla, whose market cap recently surpassed $850 billion, traditional ICE automakers are following suit and going electric. Hundreds of EV startups are also looking for funding to become the next Tesla. So why would Sony and Apple want to compete in this flooded market where only a few have become profitable? The transition to electric vehicles isn't as far as you might think. One primary reason mentioned above is the market's potential. Electric vehicles will continue to grow exponentially among consumers and in public transportation. President Biden recently directed that the entire federal fleet of vehicles in the United States will be converted to electric vehicles. It's unclear which companies will build these electric vehicles, but there is no doubt that there is a growing demand for high-quality EVs. Companies in the electronics industry are already involved in electric vehicles. Another reason for this move is many of these tech companies' roles in the automotive industry. Electronics companies have been designing and manufacturing various components for or adjacent to automotive vehicles for decades. Audio systems, console interfaces, and other control systems are examples of this. Sony, for example, manufactures televisions, video game consoles, and even feature films. Adding electric vehicles to its menu not only expands its business opportunities and revenue, but also makes logistical sense from a manufacturing standpoint. If you're already supplying most of the ingredients to pie makers, why not just start making your own pies? Investing in electric vehicles is less complicated than in the past. The development of electric vehicles themselves is part of the appeal for large companies like Beidou in China. It would be a daunting task for an electronics company to attempt its ICE vehicle. It's also not the best business decision. On the other hand, EVs are powered by lithium-ion batteries, just like nearly every mobile device we carry with us everywhere. Apple and Foxconn already manufacture mobile devices. Furthermore, electric motors are far more familiar territory for electronics conglomerates, and these powertrains are far less complicated than an internal combustion engine. With companies like Tesla integrating their mobile app to control the vehicle and fully fledged computers and gaming consoles, EVs have come to share much of the same DNA as a mobile phone. Assume you own an iPhone or a Sony phone and a new electric vehicle from the same company. As you get close to your car, your phone in your pocket starts communicating with your sedan, starting it, unlocking the door for you before you even touch it. You're listening to your favorite podcast right now, and as you sit and buckle up, your audio automatically switches to your car speakers. This is merely a fictitious example, but the possibilities are literally endless. The level of seamlessness that these large tech companies could offer consumers is quite significant. Startups developing electric vehicles are looking for funding. One final reason why companies like Apple and Sony should expand into electric vehicles is the abundance of companies with a head start on manufacturing that lack funding. EV startups such as Fisker, Nikola, and Lordstown Motors have merged with large, publicly traded automotive companies to raise capital in the last few years. The most significant impediment to mass-producing vehicles is the excessive cash required to construct the necessary facilities and assembly lines. For example, Tesla's Model 3 sedan expansion nearly bankrupted the company due to the chokehold that delays in scaling production imposed on cash flow. Large electronics companies can provide that initial capital. Booming tech companies can use their vast funds to invest in startups as well. There are plenty of equipment manufacturers to choose from. They've already started, as you'll see below. A few major technology companies like Sony and Apple are dabbling in the electric vehicle space to varying degrees. Sony's first electric vehicle. Japan's Sony Group plans to establish a company this spring to investigate entering the electric vehicle market, hoping to leverage its strengths in entertainment and sensors to play a more significant role in next-generation mobility. The formation of Sony Mobility comes as the Japanese tech giant is exploring a commercial launch of electric vehicles, according to Sony chairman and president Kenichiro Yoshida, speaking at a press conference ahead of the CES technology trade show in Las Vegas. "We believe Sony is well positioned as a creative entertainment company to redefine mobility with our imaging and sensing, cloud, 5G, and entertainment technologies combined with our content mastery," he said. Although Asian rivals such as South Korea's Samsung Electronics have eroded Sony's once dominant position in consumer electrics, the company still has an arsenal of sophisticated technology in areas such as sensors critical to autonomous driving. It's also one of the world's largest entertainment companies, with well-known video game and film franchises. Audio and entertainment systems are becoming increasingly crucial in the next generation of vehicles. Sony shares rose by 4.2% in Tokyo following the announcement of the electric vehicle plans, easily outperforming a flat Nikkei index. Yoshida unveiled the Vision S O2 prototype SUV, which uses the same electric vehicle platform as the previously announced Vision S O1 Coupe, testing on public roads in Europe in December 2020. He stated that the company viewed mobility as an entertainment space, where passengers could select individual entertainment options and use a 5G internet connection. At first glance, the Vision S O2 appears to be a capable EV, but for now, we still don't know when it will go into production. We also don't know how much the Sony EV will cost, how much range it will have, or other details. The interior photos alone provide numerous opportunities for immersive entertainment for all passengers. However, for the time being, the Vision S remains a concept that's yet to be proven. Now let's talk about Apple's electric car. Like Sony's, Apple's potential electric vehicle makes a lot of business sense. While Sony has revealed a tangible concept that's already being tested on roads, confirmed details of an Apple car leave a lot to be desired. Apple's rumored electric vehicle, codenamed Project Titan, began as a casual conversation among Apple executives in 2007. With booming sales of innovations such as the iPod, MacBook, and Apple Watch, the company largely shelved the car project. Instead, the electronics juggernaut decided to concentrate on a new product called the iPhone, which you might have heard of. Apple reportedly registered several domain names, including Project Titan, in early 2016. In addition, it hired automotive developers and executives from other companies and purchased real estate in areas where other vehicles were manufactured. Simultaneously, Apple began developing and testing its own self-driving technologies. So what's the latest news with the Apple car? Naturally, this stoked the fires of rumor and innuendo surrounding an Apple electric vehicle. Still, there isn't any significant news. That is, until last December, when reports surfaced about Apple's plans to continue developing self-driving technology. It now hopes to demonstrate its passenger vehicle in 2024. Apple recently admitted that it was talking with an EV startup, Canoo, about developing its car. However, talks between the companies came to a halt after Canoo was listed on the NASDAQ in December of last year. So far, that's all we know. To be honest, Apple could still abandon the entire project and never release an electric vehicle. Alternatively, it could refocus its efforts on autonomous driving software to be licensed to other automakers, but only time will tell. For the time being, the internet is left to speculate on what an Apple EV might look like and how much it might cost. The most important consideration is whether or not it'll include a charging cable. The bottom line, hopefully by this point you've gained a better understanding of why companies like Sony and Apple should experiment with electric vehicles. Furthermore, it's easy to see why we'll likely see more of these trends in the future. At this point, it's a safe bet that the electric vehicle market will only grow. Tesla has already demonstrated proof of concept, so expect an all-in approach from EV startups attempting to follow suit. Major technology companies will provide funding technology, and other resources to assist EV competitors in reaching mass production. In exchange, they hope to receive a cut of the profits. This is already happening in Asia, with companies like Foxconn and Alibaba, and it's expected to spread globally. Consumers have very little to lose when it comes to new EV expansion. Competition, or something along those lines, is what drives innovation. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you've enjoyed our thoughts and information on Apple, Sony, and the electric car market. Do you think either of these companies will get into the electric vehicle market? Would you buy one if they did? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the best and most comprehensive videos for only 411E regarding the world of electric powered vehicles.